Thank you for attending today's product overview and tutorial of Contact Center. Objectives include a high-level overview of Contact Center so I can explain the service itself and how businesses use it to communicate. Next, we'll talk about the various components that make up Contact Center, such as queues, agents, and supervisors, and not to mention the roles each one plays as part of the solution. Then we'll talk configuration. How is Contact Center set up from an administrator, supervisor, and agent perspective? And what are the differences between these roles in respect to the account portal permissions, etc.? And last but not least, I will briefly demonstrate how businesses use Contact Center in order to help familiarize you with the service, its features, and capabilities. So to kick things off, Contact Center is a fully hosted, cloud-based, automated call distribution system, also known as ACD. So what does all of that mean? Well, I can start out by saying that you typically see these systems in call center environments, where inbound callers must be placed on hold until the next customer service representative is available to take their call. And fundamentally, it works in this fashion. One or more callers that dial into the business are routed to a contact center queue, or bucket if you will, where they are held until an agent or rep becomes available. In the queue, the callers may hear music and comfort messages while holding, as well as estimated wait times. As soon as the next agent is available, the call is automatically distributed from the queue to the agent, which ultimately connects the two parties. Now, as simple as it may appear, there are a lot of moving parts involved behind the scenes, actually. Contact centers are complex services that require careful planning and configuration before they can help a business meet its ACD requirements. So let's take a look underneath the hood at some of the components that make up Contact Center. Contact Center has 5 main components: queues, agents, supervisors, and 2 client applications. And just as a side note, a business's ACD requirements will determine the components that will be used in the final solution. The first component we'll discuss is the queue. As an analogy, think of queues as holding buckets for callers waiting to speak with an agent or representative. Each queue has a unique 10-digit telephone number or internal extension assigned to it for the purposes of call routing. And queues come in 3 different flavors: basic, standard, and premium. A business's ACD requirements will determine the type of queue the business needs. And we'll go into a comparison in just a minute of the queue types. Next, agents. Agents are individuals set to receive calls presented to them by a specific queue to which the agent is assigned. And then we have supervisors. Contact center supervisors manage agents and queues assigned to them by a contact center administrator or manager. And with the assistance of the web-based supervisor client application, supervisors can monitor queues and agents, view historic and real-time contact center reports and statistics, and control calls with the click of a button. Agents also have access to an agent client application. It's basically a stripped-down version of the supervisor client, but it still acts as a visual heads-up display that gives the agent the ability to control calls, like click to hold or drag-and-drop transfer, etc. It also allows them to manage their ACD state, so they can toggle between available and unavailable, plus it allows the agent to easily escalate calls to their supervisor when needed. Oh, and there is one additional item I do want to mention. Even though it is recommended that agents and supervisors use the client applications and take advantage of their features, these clients are optional components, unlike queues, agents, and supervisors, which are mandatory. Let's quickly talk about the different types of queues available with Contact Center, so we can move along and dive into the account portal walkthrough. Queue types include basic, standard, and premium. And as you upgrade from basic to standard and standard to premium, the queue capacity, complexity, and overall functionality increases. Basic queues are the simplest form of ACD queues offered. The basic queue is designed for use in front office receptionist environments where callers are placed on hold until the receptionist is available to take their call. Think of the basic queue as a glorified hunt group, if you will. Instead of rolling a call through a list of telephone numbers and having the caller listen to ringing until someone answers or the call goes to voicemail, a basic queue allows the call to be placed on hold where she can listen to the music and comfort messages as they wait for a receptionist. The queue is so basic in functionality that it does not support supervisor management or monitoring, agent ACD states, reporting, or any of the contact center client applications. The maximum number of queued calls for a basic queue is 25. This queue is not recommended for a formal contact center environment. If the business is looking for traditional call center functionality, standard or premium queues will be required. Standard queues are really the first flavor of queue that supports typical call center functionality. In these environments, agents are assigned to certain queues, and supervisors manage and monitor those agents and queues in an effort to offer the best level of service to callers. Detailed historical and real-time reporting is required to help assure that quality of service for the call center queues is being met regularly. Standard queues support agent and supervisor client applications, which help to increase efficiency and productivity within the contact center. Also, standard queues can support up to 50 held calls per queue. And to meet the ACD requirements for more advanced call centers, premium contact center queues are available. Premium queues include everything in the standard offering, as well as other more robust functionality like agent unavailable codes, whisper messages, and silent monitoring, plus dialed number identification service, acronym DNIS, and outbound queue services. Premium queues are designed for high-volume call centers and can support up to 525 queued calls per queue. For a comprehensive comparison between the different queue types and a detailed breakdown of each, please reference the Contact Center Administration Guide. So how are agents and queues related? Well, just like queues, there are 3 different types of agents: basic, standard, and premium. The type of agent determines what queues that agent may be a member. Look at the grid, starting from left to right. Only premium agents may be associated with premium queues. Standard queues can have both standard and premium agents joined and staffed. And basic queues support all 3 agent associations: premium, standard, and basic. Now that you have some background knowledge, let's move into the account portal walkthrough so I can demonstrate how Contact Center is set up and configured.